Hang on to your seat, baby, cause this one's a screamer, a screamer.
What is going on, entertainers? So today I'm going to be reacting. I hope you guys don't think this was an interview because I put it in the title. I said reaction. I'm gonna be reacting to Lyric's interview that you guys saw on the Zeus Town Hall. Shout out to BGC Positivity Creative Instagram account for getting this interview. They're interviewing Lyric, so it's Lyric of BGC too. She talks about all the BGC girls from Natalie to Tanisha, everybody on her season. So we're gonna watch it together. I haven't done a reaction live in like forever.
They couldn't get in the house.
So there's so many pollutants and toxins.
New show from Is a Star.
I had never even.
Okay, so shout out to interviewers BGC Girls Inc., Born to Be Liner, The Real Darcy Daniel, and then Prince _ Haran 5555. Let me know if you guys can hear fine and everything. All right.
I was watching some of Lyric's highlights.
I was living with her at the
time. Okay. All right. There we go.
How are you doing?
I am excellent. Can't complain. You know, life is great.
Beautiful.
Thanks for having me on, by the way.
Thank you for coming on. I appreciate it. You're like,
sorry about my daughter is in the background. I just literally got her from school, so she's going Elmo crazy.
Lyric is really, really pretty, y'all. A lot of y'all don't know how hard it is to set up these interviews and stuff. It's irritating. That's why I said I don't like doing interviews, because it's just irritating to me. And I feel like from the end result, some of the people that you do it with, it's not worth it. So it's not easy. That's all I'm gonna say. So
crazy right now because I bought her like a plethora of different Elmo puzzles and toys and shit like that. So if you hear her, thank you everybody. If you hear her, just know, yeah, it's that Guyanese blood. You already know.
You don't look like you've aged like at all.
It's the I started the company actually because it's the supplements, you know, whatever you intake in your body, it you can see it outside, right?
True.
So there's so many pollutants and toxins in the atmosphere and so much processed food and stuff like that. Like I do eat processed foods every now and again, so I'm not trying to act like I'm perfect. But there is a way that you can eat foods and still alkaline your body as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I started a company called Fresh Off the Plant, and I promote alkaline and diets. I have, you know, freeze-dried fruits. I have baby formula, protein formulas, and sea moss, freeze-dried sea moss.
You better go ahead then, Lisa Left Eye Lopez. That's what she reminds me of, like look-wise. She reminds me of Lisa Left Eye Lopez, but with even longer hair.
So we'll talk about that a little later, but I'm here for you guys. So just feel free to ask me whatever you want.
So with how did your Bad Girls Club how did it start for you?
Well, I'm back where I started because I'm in Scottsdale, Arizona now, and Bad Girls Club was kind of like something that was like on the whim for me. I had never seen the show. I had never even heard about it in my life. And one of my girlfriends, I was living with her at the time, and she was like, yo, you are a real life bad girl. You need to go try out for this shit. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? She's like, there's a check involved. I'm like, okay, I'll go. So not knowing what I was stepping into, because money is not everything. Not knowing what I stepped into, I am a free spirit. I find myself to be, I'm a natural celebrity. Like I talk to anyone, anywhere, everywhere I go. That is just the way I am. I'm in Walmart giving people advice on shampoo and conditioner, like older people, like 80-year-old women, you know, like I am a people person, always have been. And getting on the show was like really easy for me because I just went to the auditions. They liked me and they were like, you're in. So it was right here in Arizona. Everything started in this dry ass desert, which was weird because, you know, transitioning from New York and Virginia out here, I was just really happy to be on the show, but I just didn't know what came with it, and it was a lot of restrictions and things like that. And I'm clearly not one to be.
I'm gonna stop right. You know what I feel like Zeus does wrong too, that they should do, that BGC does. They need to start holding in-state auditions, because some people can't afford to, hightail it all the way to California or hightail it to whatever state that they're doing the auditions in. But if they hold in-state auditions, sort of like BGC used to do, and Big Brother does before pre C19, then I feel like they would get better casts.
Tamed, so to speak, and restrictions just don't. I just can't live by them. They're just not. I live and let live. You do what you want to do. I do what I want to do.
I feel that. Okay, so once the casting process started, and you're in the house, I believe you had the. So what did production give you the key and tell you that you're going to be the one that let all the girls in? I believe, because I think you had the key.
Well, they gave me the key, and they were like, here, Lyric, you take the key, because I guess they were expecting me to be like the head of the show or whatever. And I'm very shy when it comes to like publicizing my life and things like that. I mean, I'm very boisterous, but when it comes to like being the front and center person, I like to be the smart, silent one in the room, and being too loud or being too boisterous wasn't really my thing. So that's what kind of brought me to the back burner and kind of made me like, and then it was like there was no TVs in the house. There was no form of entertainment. You couldn't even listen to music in that house. Every time you had to go outside, you had to pick up this phone in the middle of a hallway and clock in and say, hey, I'm about to leave the house to go get groceries or this, that, and the third. Like it felt like I was in captivity, literally. And I was like, I gotta get the fuck away from here. Which is when I met Dr. Dre's son, Curtis, and I brought him on the show. Genevicia was the one who actually introduced me to him, and me and Curtis were on the show together. And
this is not Zeus's Curtis, y'all. This is Curtis, Dr. Dre's son. I want y'all to know that. All right? I don't want y'all to be confused and be like, oh my God, Curtis from Zeus? That's why Natalie and her are beefing? Which is a surprise to me.
He brought Lil B on the show, who was a new and upcoming rapper. And that's when Cordelia pissed in one of the guys' mouths. Somebody got pee in their mouth.
I remember that. Yes. I remember that.
That was
iconic.
They didn't show that shit though. Yeah, they didn't show that. That was that was wild. I remember that shit. I was like, whoa, he literally let you piss in his mouth. He wanted me to piss in his mouth, actually. I mean, I was like, whoa, that's a little too freaky for me. I'm not that freaky. But, I was like, I'll piss on you, but I'm not going to piss in your mouth.
So,
but it was weird. It was a weird one.
Before you guys got to the house and met up, did you guys have to stay in a hotel for a certain amount of days, or was it just like?
No, the casting, like initially when they did the interviews and getting us together, they did all that where we were in the hotel room, and we were in Cali. They would book us in the hotel rooms for like a day or two. But then when they brought us to the show, they automatically moved us all from each state. Mm-hmm. Gave us a budget. They paid us cash weekly. Mm-hmm. And I don't even think girls make as much money as we did on reality TV when we did. I mean, we had cash. I mean, a lot of bitches don't have royalties and residuals. So let's just get that straight. So when you see these people, I don't know about everybody else, but Bad Girls Club, there is.
Because Miss Nunn says she gets residuals. And this is the first BGC person that I'm seeing says that they got a lot of money, because everybody you hear that did BGC, they're always like, oh, we only made like $500 a week. Oh my God, like we didn't make enough money. Like, so I'm shocked.
An episode on IMDb called Music and Lyric. Music and Lyric is the spinoff for Love and Hip Hop. And it's the exact same design as how when I was on the show, I was trying to get in the music industry. This guy was trying to get in my pants. But the difference was I wasn't playing that shit. Like, I'm not gonna give up my good pussy for you to give me a record deal. I don't think that's a fair deal, personally, if you ask me. This right here is golden. You can't find this nowhere else. So I'm not about to just give up a package that you think is, easily free.
Not a
given.
package.
Love and Hip Hop is like, it set the stage for Love and Hip Hop for these music hoes to find themselves in the industry. And what it did was it exploited young women getting into the industry, making black men look chauvinistic, as if you got to come through me, boo, if you want to get into the industry or this, that, and the third. So, let me just make it very clear. I had a deal with Marvin McIntyre and Sony that I passed up. So I could have been in the industry and I could have been this shit, been done did this shit, but I am not conformed.
You better pop your puss and do you a big one, girl. Why would you pass up on a big label like that, though?
Like I said, they can't conform me. So that was the issue with the music industry with me.
I love that. I actually love that they showed this thing where he was kind of like trying to sexualize you and you kind of turned him down and he was like, I'm going to demand your respect. I feel like that's a bad girl to me, somebody that's not going to take, you got the opportunity, like you said, holding the opportunity over your head and trying to tell you you have to do this to get it. But, a bad girl would say, take my own. But I respect that.
Side note, with that being said and kind of talking about like being overly like objectified in the industry, were you asked to do love games?
No. I wasn't asked to do love the games because I think I started cussing somebody out, and I think everybody got scared. But I started blacking on everybody because I got really.
It's the cat. Why was I like, what's that big hairy thing in his face? I realized it was an animal. I thought it was something that just popped out of his screen, like something fell on his desk. That is hilarious. That's why anytime I do an interview, and shout out to them, they're doing a great job so far. I have my dog. I always put him outside because if he was to start whining in the middle of an interview, I would get so mad because that's all you would hear in my background.
That's funny. I get really over irritated with just like, the whole way that they portray our black and brown people, even gay, black and brown, the way they portray us is insane. And I just don't think it's fair. I don't think it's fair.
Potentially could have had something on it. Like, we're going to dive into that whole storyline, but do you think maybe she had something to do with not getting that phone call?
Who?
Tanisha?
Oh, Samantha. Yeah. No, not at all. Not at all. You don't have power when you're.
Devin, you said what kind of dog do I have? It's a Chihuahua mixed with a Beagle, so it's like a mixed breed.
Just a worker, right? So you're not one of the four
Tanisha's
Jews
real
that
name
control
is
the
Samantha,
industry or the filmmakers that control the film. They're just. They know I'm a real life bad girl. I will really punch you in your motherfucking face. There's no joke. I have a criminal record. I move pounds from state to state. I get money. I'm a real bad girl. These fake ass bitches you seeing on this TV, them bitches ain't nothing. They ain't got no brain, much less no motherfucking boldness in their heart. My shit is fearless. So the reason why they can't.
Natalie might want to hit Sister Girl up because she said she moved pounds from state to state. And you know that Natalie told Scotty, are you active? So this is somebody that's really active, Natalie. So I don't know. I think you might want to make amends with her because this is an active girl.
Put me on them punk ass shows because them pussy ass little bitches couldn't stand up to somebody like me because I'm a realist. See, and when I dig in your ass, I'm going to make sure that
I think you muted yourself, hon.
And I'm gonna hurt you from the inside out. That's just who I am.
Bottom.
Now, I'm a loving person. I love people, but when somebody steps on my toes, I get violent. So it's like that violence doesn't really go that they're displaying on TV.
Were you any of the spin-offs with them or no?
Did I do what?
Were you asked for any of their spin-offs at all?
No, after I had gotten into, I'm in an interview. I'll call you back. After I had gotten into the fight, uh, on the reality TV, what was it? What was that bitch that had gastric bypass? Star Jones. Yeah.
Oh yes.
Fucking dirty bitch. That bitch's breath smelled like shit. Anyway.
Ooh. Star Jones does give that type of energy. Remember back in the day, Joey BGC blogger? If you guys don't know, let me tell you guys something. I hate how people claim they're like BGC stands. If you don't know who Joey BGC blogger is, you're not a BGC fan, because he's iconic and now he still exists. And the people that know who he is right now, like what's his page name right now, comment it down below and I'll see who's really BGC fans in here.
It smelled like shit. So Star Jones basically hosted that reunion, and when she hosted that reunion, that's when I had compromised my contract because I got violent, and I got violent with security because I was like, take your motherfucking hands off of me. You know, and I was real about that shit. It wasn't no pushing. It was like, get your motherfucking hands off of me or I'm going to file a lawsuit on you. And when they found out that I was really about my shit, you know, it's different. Like when you really coming in there with aggression and you can't be controlled because they want somebody that they can control. You know what I'm saying? They want somebody that they can kind of play puppet master with. And that's reality TV at its finest. Like, even when you go in for the interviews, they're going to ask you, so when you speak like this. Today, this is what I did. And this could be 3 days ago that they taped it. But they expect you to go back and talk about what actually occurred. That's lyric. 3 days or 4 days later.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and so that gets me to my next questions, which I ask people. How much, because I know it's pretty much different when
the guy on the bottom is getting all types of high. And Ray Bay, that is the girl who said, you're a cheeseburger away from obese. And then she was like, I'm gonna put you in a body bag. You want to talk about a body bag? That's her.
With the later seasons than it was with the earlier seasons, but how much was production involved when it came to having like initial conversations, certain things? Like I know now, they make people sit down and talk, and they'll say, "We'll set up, at 9 o'clock we're going to do a apology scene, or we're going to do a sit down." Like I know they do that stuff now. They're a little bit more involved now, but how much were they involved when you were on Bad Girls? Because you were one of their originals.
They were always like up our asses. It drove me crazy. We were in the shower, and they would be in the shower room like with us. Like we had no privacy. Yeah.
What? So were you able to go anywhere alone, or they followed you everywhere? Like,
no, I did. I escaped on a regular. They couldn't hold me. You know what I'm saying? It was like I had to smoke my weed. They didn't want me doing that.
Okay. See, I told you. Listen, I know a weed head when I see one. Cuda brow hiding the Cuda brow.
I asked you, I was like, man, fuck, that must have been hard because you obviously weren't allowed to smoke on the show.
No.
How do you deal with all these new stupid reality shows where at least they let the girls, like, they're all allowed to smoke?
It pisses me off because they searched. I remember one day, Genevieve was like, yo, bring me back a blunt. I was like, I got. So I brought her back a blunt. What they did, they knew, like they had heard something from the mic or something like that. They knew. They went and checked our room to see where the blunt was. But me and Genevieve, we don't play that.
Right.
So they definitely were real strict about that whole marijuana thing. I can't be with a bunch of psycho bitches that are just miserable in a house. Right. For how many months? 4 months we taped. That was 4 months worth of taping that y'all saw.
Jesus.
Yeah, that was intense. That was intense.
When you walk
4 months is a quarter of the year. That's a quarter of the year. I could. Ew, that would be hard for me to do. That would be hard for. No, that's not. That's more than a quarter because a quarter would be 3 months. 4 months is more than a quarter because 3 months, Yeah, 6, 9, 12. Yeah, that's more than a quarter of a year. That's crazy. I couldn't do that. That's why when these Zeus girls, I don't feel bad for any reality stars that do BGC related shows because they're not in the house for that long. So when they be complaining is, oh my god, this happened to me. Oh my god, da 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 da. Y'all be filming for like 2-3 weeks, and then y'all be crying as if y'all was in there for about 6 months. Come on now.
The house. Like we talked to a few of the other girls. Was it just loaded with alcohol and food, and then after that, you're kind of forced into drinking?
No, I wasn't forced into anything. I mean, I liked being around the girls that drank because they were fun. And I liked Cordelia. I liked Darlene. I liked Genevicia. I thought they were fun. And they were the white girls and Spanish girls in the house. But the black girls were so fucking boring and uppity and uptight, which, like, most black girls that I've grown up with have been, because obviously, I mean, look at his hair. Look at his face. Bitches be mad as fuck that I'm black and I look like this. And I've dealt with that since I was 13 years old. So that's something that I'm used to. White girls, Spanish girls have always been nicer to me. So I kind of really like their company more so than being around with some stuck up sedity ass black girls that think that they're looking at me, talking about me behind.
Shout out to my mod, Sherry. You guys said she's been going through some stuff, but huge shout out to Sherry. She's one of my best mods, to be honest. She's always supporting me and my videos and everything like that. So thank you so much, Sherry, for still being in the chat regardless of what you're going through. So prayers go out to you and hopefully everything works out for you. Thank you, Sherry.
My back, like, you bitches is smiling in my face, but when you see me, you know, you smiling, but when I'm turned, my back is turned, you talking about me. So I just kind of stayed away from that energy because I thought Hannah was a follower. I thought that other one, Naveen, she was a big follower. She doesn't have a fucking personality of her own to save her life. And Tanisha was just their bully and their boss. So
that's why when I mentioned at the time, I don't like the whole, oh, my hair. That I hate that. Like, that makes me so mad because it's like, at the end of the day, you're still black. So, like, if the police pulls you over, they're not going to be like, oh, you're a nice looking black woman. We're not going to arrest you for being aggressive. They're going to still arrest you. So it's like, I don't get it. Like, I hate that. I really, really do hate that, to be honest. It's colorism to the T. You could tell that she has like a little sense of colorism in her because of the stuff she said towards Natalie. I don't like that. Like, oh, that's weird. And that's, I feel like, some of the reason why she had problems with Tanisha, because I guess she just assumed Tanisha was jealous of her because she was lighter and, like, she had, quote unquote, good hair. You know how the girls say good hair now.
Oh, I mean, they were scared of this big fat black girl. So what they did was they followed her, and that's how she got her little puppet. You know?
Yeah, they hid behind her protection. I agree with that.
Yeah.
So when the click started forming, did you just completely cut the rest of it off, or were you still kind of like, because it looked on TV like you were kind of like the neutral one, you were cool with some of these girls, and then, I mean, you had your girls, but it seemed like you were still kind of neutral with everyone at first.
Yeah, I was, and I tried to be. I'm trying to find my charger. I'm sorry. And I tried to be neutral at the end too, but unfortunately that was impossible because it was like Genevicia was okay. So that's what you're talking about. Genevicia was causing a lot of friction after I left the house. And what the fuck is my screen bag? And
see, that's why I be pre-record videos too, because girls don't be having their chargers that their mama be calling. If y'all could see the unedited version of some interviews, you'd be like, oh my god, Pierre, you really had to deal with that. Yes. Okay. Mamas be calling. I only did an interview live once and I'll never do it again. I'm not playing like, no, we're gonna pre-record this. I'm gonna go into this iMovie. I'm gonna edit it out and I'm gonna re-upload it. Okay, that's it. I don't care.
And when Genevicia left the house, she started talking shit to Tanisha. And somehow I got mixed up in this bullshit. And I don't know what happened, but Tanisha had an attitude with me at the reunion. And I was like, well, what the fuck did I do to her? So because we were fine when I left the show.
Right.
Come to find out, it was because Genevicia intervened me into some type of fucking conversation that these bitches had, and they were beefing with each other. So I don't know what really happened with Genevicia and Darlene and Cordelia. She was calling Cordelia Cordildo, and Genevicia was wild. Okay,
What?
she was beefing with everybody, and dragged me the fuck into it, which got me in trouble with Tanisha. And then Tanisha overall attacked me on the reunion show. So that's how that happened.
That was iconic, though.
Did you film the Tyra Banks show before or after the reunion? And is there any behind the scenes?
Remember when the girls would go on Tyra Banks and argue? Like that interview when Tanisha went on Tyra Banks and Cordelia was crying and she was like, "You hurt my feelings." And then Tanisha was like, and then Tyra was like, "Tanisha, you're laughing at her and she's crying. Apologize." Those days will never come back. If y'all don't know that clip, go to YouTube and Google. After y'all watch this video, Google Tanisha BGC 2 on Tyra Banks show. It was the funniest thing ever.
Shit, you want to know about doing that?
Oh, the Tyra
Because
Banks
that's
show.
Babs. It's like all of y'all arguing on the Tyra Banks show.
I wasn't.
So how was that? Oh,
I
you
wasn't
didn't do it?
She wasn't
I
there.
but I wasn't arguing with them. I was like cool with everybody when I went. I was really happy to see everybody. And I tried to stay neutral, but I think fame got to a lot of people's heads. And they just thought that they were, better than everybody else. And it was a very air of like uppity type of personality. Like, no one was like.
Did you get to talk to Tyra Banks off camera at all, or how was that experience?
No, I didn't get to talk to Tyra Banks personally myself. No, I did not. So I didn't experience speaking to her. I just kind of stayed in the dressing room and just straight to myself until I was ready to be interviewed. I've always been like that, though.
Was that a contractual with Oxygen interview, or were you guys paid separately outside of that for it?
No, we're contracted for everything, so we got paid every time we did any interviews or any shows or anything like that. Oxygen did pay us very well for those episodes.
That's so shocking. That's like the first BGC girl I've ever heard that from. And it's probably because BGC 2 was a long time ago. So I think as time went on, Oxygen started probably paying them less. Like the newer seasons, probably 10 seasons, probably 9 through 17, they probably got paid way less. They probably didn't get a lot of money if they made television appearances in regards to the show, stuff like that. But I guess seasons probably before that, they probably got paid big bucks. So, wow.
That we did.
So I know we've talked about what was it? Something in lyric, marriage and lyric, the episode we referred to that has something to do with love and hip hop. Oh, we might have lost. Or, have you ever been offered a spot on any of those? Oh, did you catch that last part? So just referring.
See, if that was me and I uploaded it, this is only on Instagram though, so I'm not even trying to rip on them. But if I had uploaded this on YouTube, edit all that out, baby. You wouldn't see none of that. I don't care. Because it's as a viewer, I know how you guys get irritated and hate waiting for stuff. So I would cut it out just so we could boop, 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 boop.
Yeah.
Have you been offered a spot on one of those shows? And if so, why didn't you take it?
I was offered
Join the Discord.
Right, so do you guys remember what the fuck is his name? He's Spanish. He's on the New York episode. This is when I lived in New York.
Cisco?
Cisco, how did you know?
Cisco!
Damn, you brought that name, right?
Go.
Yeah, I'm a TV fanatic.
Cisco, I was at the studio, and it was Bad Boy Studio. And I met Cisco, and
Bad Boys.
Really nice guy, he was doing his music thing, and he wanted me to get on the show with him with the Daryl Strawberry's daughter, I think, and I think, or some girl. He wanted me to do a lesbian scene, which I'm okay with gay, lesbian, but my sexuality is very, very private and personal, and I just don't exploit that. That's just not something that my freakiness is for my bedroom and my man, and that is just the way that I am. So I denied that scene because I just don't think it's for me, and that's not what I wanted to exploit. I don't want to exploit sexuality. I want to exploit something that's dignified and not controversial, and
So I have a question. BGC Obsessed said, would you be open to having a conversation to reconcile with Tanisha?
Of course, why not? We're grown ass women, and there's no beef. I mean, she's doing great in life. I'm glad to see that she's doing great in life, and I think God has blessed her phenomenally.
I had a question. So when you made your exit scene for BGC, when you finally had left, was that by choice or was that because of? Oh, so you just decided to? So what made?
Oh no, my shit was fully by choice. They weren't kicking me off of that show for nothing. Yeah,
I remember that scene so vividly when she had her turban on and she took her bag and she was just like, "I'm more than this. I want peace." And then she took her side bag on. She was like, I remember that vividly.
Not at all. Not me. But they definitely saw that it was overwhelming for me. And the day that I had enough was that day when I felt myself about to literally kill Tanisha after she woke us up like that. And I just thought it was really rude. But I mean, I get she had her issues with Genevicia and stuff like that. But the problem was there was noise the night before. Me, Dr. Dre's son, Curtis, Young B, everybody was outside. We were all chilling. All they had to do was come and join us. The three of them in the room going to sleep at 11 o'clock. Bitch, this is a bad girl's house.
Right.
Like, what you think the fuck gonna happen? We gonna be up. We partying, ho.
Right.
Get your ass up and do something. You act like you 50 years old. You got to go to sleep. Like, come on now. And it was crazy. And Tanisha didn't. She's from New York, so she didn't really know how to operate around white girls. She didn't really fuck with them like that. So it was different for her back then. Like now that she got a little bit of celebrity, white girls like her. Now she's like, okay, she's embracing it. I see. But back then, it wasn't like that. So, her and Genevicia got into it. That shit was crazy because Genevicia called her a nigga bitch, and I went the fuck off on Genevicia. I was like, yo, if you're gonna be my friend, that's not gonna ever come out your mouth again.
Right.
That's never gonna come out your mouth.
I'm surprised you smacked the fuck out of her.
I'm happy that you checked her though.
Because I love her. And I know how white racist people are. I've been around them my whole life.
Yeah.
I'm used to them. I've been called a black bitch. I've been called a nigga. I've been called all kind of names. Shit don't affect me. But I mean, I don't even know Genevicia meant it, but she's a wild girl.
What was that other shit she was on after Bad Girls Club?
It was Tool Academy. Yeah, Tool Academy.
Yeah, Tool Academy. Yeah.
Did you watch her on that? Like, did she tell you about it? Or you guys
yeah. We talk every once in a while, but our life.
Tool Academy was that girl. Let me tell y'all something. Vintage VH1 days were the best. The Charm School, Flavor of Love type days. Even further than that. Tool Academy, Tough Love, Megan Wants a Millionaire. What else? New York goes to work. There was one show where like they took a whole bunch of spoiled girls and then they put them in a house and they made them live a poor life. Stuff like that, just to see, and they pick one winner at the end who they saw that could live a poor life. I forgot what it's called. It was like Spoiled Princess or some crap like that. But y'all, vintage VH1 was the best. That's what she's talking about. Tool Academy. That was a show on VH1.
The styles have kind of changed. So Genevieve is busy. I'm busy.
Yeah. Lyric. Do you agree?
Yes?
That, I don't know if you answered this question, but do you agree that like season 1 girls of BGC deserve more credit? Because I know that you never watched season 1 prior to you joining season 2, but do you agree that like they deserve more credit? Because like fans, like majority of the fans aren't like real BGC fans. Like most of them only know of like season 7 through like 17. Like.
I definitely feel like number one, the originals are the reason why there's still episodes. So if it wasn't for season 1 and season 2, after season 2, they would have cut that shit off.
Yeah.
So if it was not for season 2
yes.
making it the way that we made it,
yes,
it would have never been a BGC 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And if it wasn't for BGC 1, it wouldn't have been a BGC 2. So we supposed to respect the chain of command. You know,
the first season television shows are always kind of rocky, but still, like, they create the paid way for the other seasons to be so successful.
To me, 2, 4, 7, and 9 put BGC, like, stamped BGC in history, because to me those seasons are the seasons that are memed the most. 7 is memed a lot, 9 is memed a lot, 2 is memed a lot because I ain't getting sleep because of y'all, 4 is memed a lot because of Natalie and all her antics. That's what I think. 2, 4, 7, and 9 stamped BGC. Comment down below, what seasons do you think stamped BGC?
And Lyric and Tanisha set the stage for BGC too. You know, we did, and they can't find nobody else to like the two of us. We're both Caribbean women. We both West Indian. We both boisterous. We, in a different way, we magnetize the camera. You know, I really feel like that when I left that show, it there's a lot of viewers, they were very upset about me leaving the show.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I would ever go back and
I think 4 was I think 7 was the highest rated.
I saw a post
I think
that you had made regarding the possibility of doing baddies.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you that. That's how.
She's coming for the daddies.
Would you do it if they?
I would do baddies. Yeah.
Have they called you?
Listen, let me tell you something, Nat. You better call her. This is someone we need. I want to see her. The reason why is because she talks a hot game. Let's see her around some hot girls and see how she really acts. Okay, because you watch the show now, so you know what you're getting yourself into. You can't come on the show and be like, oh my God, and no. So Natalie, give Sister Girl a call. But then again, y'all know how Natalie is. People that really come for her, she's not really trying to mess with them like that. So we'll see.
Is there better?
No, not yet. I don't think anyone has my information. I've been off the scene for so long. Oh my God. I want to say ever since I had my daughter, really, I've kind of just been
I think
to myself.
Have you on to have like an OG? Do you know what I mean? Like OG. It's not all about fighting and that kind of shit.
No, it's not.
I want to see people come together and be like, hey, I saw you like 10 years ago, and now you're doing great and you're having fun. Like, I don't know. Have you DM'd now?
The drama is necessary though, because that's what keeps the shows going. You know what I mean? So you got to be able to bring some type of drama.
So are you cool with any bad girls currently, like after your season?
I love Flo.
I like Flo too.
Flo's got good vibes.
Like all due respect, is she like fully okay?
Yeah. I really like her. I think she's neutral. She's in communication with all the bad girls. And
listen, they got the top. I can't feel my face when I'm with you, cause I love it. I can't feel my face when I'm with you, cause I love it. He's giving very much Weekend, okay, because he cannot feel his face. If you get what I mean. That boy is higher than the Dakota Brown.
She's like a godmother type bad girl. Like she's really sweet. She doesn't hesitate to reach out to any single one of us. And that's what I like about her.
Did she not?
Did she do what?
She just got in a really bad car accident.
She did?
She's okay, but she was in a really bad car accident like a couple weeks ago.
Oh, wow.
So we're sending the healing vibes. I know that she's all about that. I've got my jade stones, so Flo, we're sending out positive vibes and healing energy.
Yeah.
She was in the hospital, actually. Like, she was hurt and kind of face. Not entirely sure what happened, but... Do you talk to anyone?
No, I don't.
What about Darlene? Because I know that you and Darlene
Yeah, I talked to Darlene on social media. I think she's so cute. She's always on there doing her little dances and stuff like that. I remember being in that phone booth with her when she was crying. She had a face full of tears, and she was like, "I'm a real fucking bad girl. These bitches don't know. They don't fucking know. I'm a real bad girl." Like, oh, she was such a drama queen when I was on the show, but I love her because I think Darlene has a great spirit. She's funky, you know.
JD in the comment asked who was murdered. So basically, there was a show on VH1. One of the shows I named that was the iconic VH1 shows back in the day. It was called Megan Wants a Millionaire. One of the contestants ended up murdering a girl that he was with after the show ended, and he was rumored to have won the season. And not even that, he was rumored to have been on I Love Money, which was like the VH1 version of The Challenge, basically, right? Where they would put all these reality shows and compete for money. So because of him, that's why all the love shows on VH1 ended. So thanks to him, and that's why I Love Money ended too. So thanks to him. That was like the worst thing that could have happened to VH1.
Yeah.
She's funky.
Do you think Tanisha was like pushed by production to be extra during the show?
Yeah, definitely. And I think also not having a TV,
And he was rumored to win I Love Money.
You couldn't even have your iPhone with you. Like, you had to like put it in a bucket. Everyone had to put their phones in a bucket, and then, you know, I just felt like it was fucking madness. I was like, what is this? Like, you've taken our phones, you've taken there's no television in the house, we can't listen to music.
Yeah.
So they basically like make it so that you have to argue.
Right. I want to take it back to the reunion. You said that they told you guys that you could not get physical.
Yeah. Same, Ashley.
So I believe that's probably different from the newer reunion. So they never told you to like.
Oh, you can beat a bitch ass now?
I mean, you're not supposed to like influence him to.
I hope they train Stephanie and me, because it ain't nothing nice. I'm gonna molly up the flow with that ass. It's not. That's not. They let you fight like that? Like, that's. And then the lawsuits pending.
Let's just clarify. They don't let them fight like they do on networks like Zeus. Okay, it's more like they let them get one or two punches and security breaks it up.
Yeah, I think they have a time limit where it's like they say like 10 seconds of fighting, and then they have to break it up for like liability issues. But they do.
Yeah, Shay was on that.
Poor Julie, Jesus.
They beat up Julie?
That poor girl got ass beat on the reunion.
She did? I don't even watch these shows.
Well, season
9 Mexico.
Oh, it was what? 6? 5?
They beat up Julie?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my!
I think like 4 girls beat her up, right? Megan.
4 girls.
Yeah, she was manipulated the house, so it was kind of like.
I don't give a goddamn. I'm not about to see 4 girls jump on one girl and not try to, help her out or something. I mean,
and her girls that were her friends were like really tiny and afraid of everybody.
Her there for sure.
She didn't get jumped. How does she know Julie?
For years. She probably won't see this, but if she does, shout out Julie. Love you.
Yeah, because Julie, I would have definitely stepped in there. But my thing about it is that's what this show is about. They pick on weak people, like, you know what I'm saying, like sweet, nice people that just to make a show.
And so I heard that prior to getting into the house, they do like an evaluation where they ask you things that like what triggers you, like an evaluation, and they ask you like what are your triggers, and I guess they try to manipulate, they try to go off that in the house to try to get you to get like riled up.
Yeah,
that's true. And then
because the manipulation tactic is like by taking you out of like regular life and putting you in this box,
right?
And they're researching you like a rat lab.
It's an experiment, is what it is.
Yeah. And then
why every time it's mind-boggling still to watch, because
it's true.
Different growths and you put them in a house and see what happens. The thing is how do you...
That's why I wouldn't do reality TV, because I don't like that. Like, to me, I don't like that. Because Big Brother does this too. They don't do it as extreme as BGC used to do it, but like they'll ask you what type of people get on your nerves and And what they'll do is they'll take that note down. They'll go look for that type of person. They'll put them on the show just to see how you react. That's why I don't like reality TV, because it's like you playing with me. Like I told you, I don't like to be around that person, but y'all need ratings, so y'all gonna bring that same person, put them in the same house as me? No, like they do that on purpose. They ask you what makes your anxiety go up. Like they make you go through all these mental tests just to see where they can push you.
You feel like, how do you feel the show changed after your season? Because really, the first 2 seasons were more about you guys trying
setting the stage.
Yeah, like way more authentic.
You guys were like, purpose was more of you guys growing as bad girls and trying to like shift it, and then it kind of just became let's all fight.
And it was more like on your season.
It like, turned into Jerry Springer like a motherfucker. I was like, oh my god.
I'm gonna say like after season 4, it turned into that. Yeah, like after season 4.
For sure.
Mm-hmm. Like after season 4, I've heard. Yeah, I haven't really seen past season 4, but yeah, I've heard.
My second thing was I was gonna ask. I heard that they make you agree to or maybe sign something in your contract to where that basically you can't sue them if they defend your character. Is that true?
Yeah, that's that's why you have to put all rights reserved on anything you sign. I mean, when it comes to the legalities of certain things, before you sign a contract or you put your John Hancock
name my dog, y'all.
You want to look both ways, and you want to know what you're signing, because those contracts you can also end up owing them if you leave. If you leave early, you can end up owing them. And if you don't have royalties and residuals involved, then all you're getting is a one-time payoff. And these people, these networks are receiving royalties and residuals every time our episode gets played. Even though they paid us very well on that show, and they used to pay us in cash, even though they paid us, they did that in a very wise way, because they're not taxed on that cash that they're giving us. But had they had to given us a paycheck, they would have been taxed, and they would have needed to give us checks, which show and prove how much they're paying us. They didn't give us that shit. Okay. And then they turned around and started giving every other bad girl on the Bad Girls Club $100 a day. So that's any reality TV show.
And I also, so did they ever offer you, and this probably didn't happen, but I just wanted to check. Did they ever offer you like extra money to do things, or anybody in the house? Like, I'll give you $50, I'll give you $100 if you like try to. No? Okay.
Them bitches is cheap. Except for Genevicia. Genevicia was the only one with some money up in there. That bitch was like, I'm buying and everyone's drinking.
But I would have, you probably would have been the girl with the least amount of money in that house. Oxygen did her dirty. They really depicted her like white.
Yeah, they did depict Genevicia as white trash. She had, listen, this is how they really made her, and she kind of low-key made herself look like white trash. Because, like, the way she even carried herself was just like, she was just like, I knocked her out, dude. Yeah, I knocked her out, dude. Yeah, what's up? And then with the extensions and everything like that, the piercing, like, it just made her look like trash. Okay? Well, speaking of, I heard Cardi B, y'all, gave me a call. Cardi.
Y'all want to hear what Cardi B had to say? Okay.
I apologize.
Oh, let me play Cardi B one more time after she found out that you tried to set me up.
I apologize.
Make sure you guys hit that like button, because Cardi B has to call and apologize for y'all setting me up and not hitting that like button.
Yeah,
they did.
They made her.
Genevicia, first of all, comes from long motherfucking money. Her mom from Vegas, her mom was one of the main madams in Vegas that she was a Buffett. She got a book out. So
So you mean to tell me Genevicia's mom was a hook ass whore and she got paid the most? So she comes from money. Lyric. This is sounding a little sus. Okay?
Talk about ain't no trailer park trash about no Genevicia. Genevicia got her own weed shit going on. Genevicia owned her own house. Genevicia got her own truck. Genevicia takes care of her daughter. You know,
Good.
Gianna's a beautiful little girl, so I mean, they can't stunt on Jen because Jen knows a lot of people.
She gonna
You go
rob
on
the Jen.
shows, you can't control the way they edit you, and they put people on because a lot of these girls turn on the personality that they think the TV wants, right? The producer want, right? So I mean, sometimes she probably did ham it up a little bit and act a little white trailer park girl.
Yeah.
To me, she acted like a very spoiled American child. And that's what Genevicia is the definition of. She is the American motherfucking dream. I mean, I've never seen somebody tell a human being to put their balls on a table and then act that. This dude pulled out his balls and she poured beer on his balls. I was like,
she's a party girl, but I live for that. I love party girl. Like,
I can't be around boring bitches. Even though I'm all earth and I'm real like Mother Earth, Black Power shit. Nigga, I am ready to have fun and turn. I don't want to be around these boring ass, sleepy, hollow ass bitches. You know.
And I wanted to talk to you about that. So your spiritualism, because you spoke about that a lot on TV. So what got you kind of like into that? Because I was like very interested in that.
Well, I was raised in Guyana. My uncles, they're all Rastas. They don't eat meat. They Ital food. They smoke a lot of weed. They grow their own weed. And shout out
Rastafari. Dirty. I have two, y'all.
To my husband, Grow God, he is a weed farmer. I ended up marrying a weed farmer, and so weird. But I used to love the Bible. I love reading like scriptures. But I was born Hindu. I was born into a Hindu family. I'm third generation. My father's Black and Brazilian and white and Chinese, and my mother's East Indian, pure. And I was born in Guyana. So my mixed race kind of leaves me with that confusion because of all those goddamn dominant races in my blood.
Right.
I'm real interested in like different religions and how people respond to spirituality. So
I like that too.
But I'm not religious. I don't like being conformed to going to church and all of that shit. And I'm not going to put on a fucking hijab. And, you know, I'm just not doing any of that. I think religion is slavery. And I personally believe that it is. But I think that spirit is real.
Job to the reunion.
Did I what?
Didn't you wear like a headdress?
I wear those because see that strengthens the kundalini, which it also helps you to have a sense of enlightenment when you have your hair wrapped up. So I like to strengthen my kundalini, and you will see me with my head wraps every now and again, but that does not like represent a religion.
What is it called? Sorry, just because I find that really interesting, and I be educated. So.
It vibrates your kundalini, meaning that your kundalini is like your higher self, your highest chakra. Once you reach your kundalini,
and she didn't have her head wrap at the reunion. He hid in the Kuda Brown, he getting it wrong, Robert. Shout out to them for this interview. But she did have her head wrapped throughout the whole season, but not the reunion. The reunion, she had dark and lovely in her hair. Okay, you could tell she had it relaxed. Dark and lovely is what she had in her hair.
Mastered any type of like I guess what could you call it?
Through the phone. I had so much growth. You seem like such a when you talk about your spiritualness and stuff. Like I can actually feel it. So it's really great. You know, somebody from a platform as much as you have.
Thank
I'm really talking with you.
Lyric, I got a question. So I don't know if you entered this already. But like would you have done All-Star Battle if producers contacted you for it?
Ooh, that's a good
I mean, I guess nowadays I would say no. All I see is his foot. I guess nowadays I wouldn't say no to anything. It just depends on like the standards and what they're kind of looking for. I really don't know what they're looking for. I haven't did reality TV show or TV in such a long time that it would be really exciting to get back on. Yeah, but I just want to do it the right way.
Yeah. Also, speaking of Genevieve previously, like, you know, the basically the meaning behind our page which is why it's called BGC Positivity, was because we were trying to, like, you know, make a change and bring like a positive change to that like toxic fandom, because, you know, like the bag of fandom can be really like toxic, because, you know,
Yes.
there are fans that can like say mean things. For example, like a lot of fans like dislike Genovese because of the stuff she did on her season, and we feel as though, like, yes, they can have an opinion, but it's been so many years. Tanisha's moved on from it, so it's just like everyone's moved on from it.
But at least they have an opinion, right? That means she's still on their mind, right? Like,
yeah.
If
So
you got something to say about me, that's because you want my dick. That's just how it is.
Yeah, but she's still wrong for saying that N word though. So like, let's not try to like make that cute and caca opinion, no, baby. And she put a B behind it, so that means you got to have a sort of hate for that person. Cause it's one thing to just call them an N word, but then you put the B behind it. You a nigga? Come on now, like I couldn't be cool with you after that.
Like that, you know, it's not, Genovese doesn't take offense to anybody. She's like me. She's kind of like, okay, and you're thinking about me still, so obviously I'm relevant.
So I'm going to ask a question, because I know you've seen Baddies.
Yeah.
If you could pick, I don't know how many seasons of Bad Girls Club you've seen.
I've heard of it. I haven't really seen, I have not seen any Bad Girls Club. I don't watch reality TV. I don't watch any of that. I only watch international movies. That's it.
So, but if you were cast on a season of Baddies, is there anybody you would hope to see?
Flo.
She can't. She will never do it. I don't think.
Flo.
Do you think she would do it? You think so? Really?
Because we.
I thought she wasn't allowed to do it because she was on parole. So that's what.
Why he telling her business like this? I'm cracking up. He said, "I thought you know how to do because she's on parole." Clink, clink, choir.
Good lawyer, she be alright.
That's what Natalie Nunn said. Was just the Flo couldn't be a part of that because of some legal bullshit.
Tell her to suck and swallow a fucking chlamydia-filled, genital wart-filled dick with AIDS on the tip. Ugly ass, stank ass bitch with no fucking class, no children. She should be burned. She is a motherfucking abomination to the human existence of a woman, of femininity, period, in general. She has no goddamn class or character. And if I ever see that motherfucking bitch, I will probably burn her to a stake. And that is no bullshit. I do not like that fake ass bitch.
On site.
Have you guys ever had like interaction?
Jesus.
Well, this is the thing. I had a situation on social media where
and she's referring to Natalie Nunn, you guys. I see Ashley said she wouldn't say that to Flo's face. She's not talking about Flo. She's talking about Natalie Nunn. She's talking about Natalie Nunn. Okay? Which kind of shocks me.
Was bombing everybody. Okay? Mm-hmm. I was bombing. And there was some gay nigga that came for me, so I came for his ass. Okay. And I literally came for his ass. That don't mean I have gay niggas in my family. I don't give a fuck about that shit. I got a group of gay niggas I hang out with. Been hanging out with them since I was 21. So at the end of the day, I lived in Georgia most of my life. All my friends is gay. Right. Period. I have nothing against gay people. I have nothing. I'm half black, motherfucker. I was cussing out a black bitch talking about her edges, and they talking about you racist. You racist and you don't like gays. Motherfucker, what? Like, let me tell you something. It's just like this. It's like you calling a woman a bitch. And you saying, oh, well, you don't like no females because you called her a bitch. Right. That's the same thing. Like when somebody comes for me, I come for them. And I come for their whole character. Mm-hmm. So that's what I essentially had did. And that caused the beef. Now, Natalie felt like I didn't even know who this pig-faced bitch was until I saw her fucking ugly ass face on my DM. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, who is this false hair, false eyelash, fake body bitch coming for my real pretty motherfucking naturally beautiful ass? Bitch, sit your ass down. So she sent me some message it was very uneducated, and I had to let her know that you will only fall in history as a bad girl. You will never make history as anything else. You will never do anything for society. You hoes don't care about nobody else. I don't see you out here feeding the motherfucking hungry. I don't see you helping orphanages and villages. I see these motherfucking pretty bitches traveling all around the world doing shit for themselves. But I don't see nobody in these You Google 10 countries right now that are poverty stricken. 505 motherfucking thousands.
You know that's not true. You know why? Natalie does travel and does services. She goes to Dubai all the time and does services. Okay? So I don't want to hear that from Lyric. That's an incorrect statement. Natalie does travel and does services. Okay? So just saying.
Children are homeless. Orphanages all around the world. Do you see these bitches doing anything for these women? There are pregnant women incarcerated. Nobody's helping them. But y'all all on the Bad Girls Club doing all this la 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 gagging. So I basically had to let her know, don't come for me. Because at the end of the day, you will never cause a change in history. You will never change anything. You're just a regular face. That's it.
So wait, was this her friend?
Exactly, Gabriella, all the time.
It was just some bitch, some regular girl on the gram, and I hurt her feelings. And then I guess I told her she needed to grow some fucking hair with her no edges, bald. I said, "Look, you bald headed bitch. Let me tell you something." But I hurt her feelings.
Peter Gunn called her out and it's like that you just cannot fight. Like just stop.
No, I was like, you cannot come for me. First of all, you're not. Your frequency, your vibrational level is nowhere on my. I'm the top of the pyramid. I'm the pinnacle of the pyramid. I'm the kundalini of the pyramid. What the fuck are you? Your chakra levels ain't even blue, shorty. So like, don't even come for me. Like my shit is on a whole different level, done. So at the end of the day, when she was coming at me, I was just like, this is crazy. I don't even know this person.
She needs to link with Stormy Wellington because she's talking vibrational and pinnacles. Okay, and that's Stormy Wellington's language. And you know, Miss Tasha K, I guess I heard tonight is exposing her on YouTube. So I don't know. For the Halloween party, maybe she'll give us some clarification of why she got beef with Stormy Wellington.
Right.
Do you have any problems with any of the other girls? Or like
No.
Just
Natalie services. I know. It's on the screen.
And I have a problem with Naveen because Naveen had something racist to say. You want to talk about a racist bitch, that pale face ass, fake ass motherfucking Arab that fucking sold us niggas into slavery. Bitch, let me tell you about your motherfucking self calling my black gums. My black gums, bitch, that represent nigger. I'm a nigger, bitch. That's what the fuck I am. The blackest motherfucking people on earth have black gums. You know why? Because we're black. Our African descendants are black. That's why we have black gums. Pink gums represent white blood. That's something that I unfortunately don't have. Okay? I'm not filled with that. That's why I have black gums. That's has a lot to say.
That's funny that you brought up Naveen because that's why I asked you the question because with the interview that I seen that she did, she had said that they made you go home because
they never made me go home.
Because you were flying back and forth because of like your court date.
No.
So I want to let you clear that up.
I heard that
rumors
that you or you were a drug addict was what I heard.
No, I smoke weed like a motherfucker. So if that's a drug addict, yes, I have that shit by the pounds. My husband grows it. I smoke. Thank you, sir, my fellow drug addict.
Oh, wait. Oh shit.
What?
Oh shit.
What happened? Everything good?
Yeah.
So, anyways,
I don't find. I mean, why don't you request her in the DM?
Yeah, just something.
The show is to make money.
The bag clearly wants to chat. Oh, the tea's gonna be good.
Never mind, she removed it.
Okay, let's do
it. Bring her. Oh my
Hold on.
My husband grows it. I smoke. Thank you, sir, my fellow drug addict.
Oh, wait. Oh shit.
This might not even get approved for monetization afterwards, so I'm just doing this because I mess with you guys. So yeah, because all the cursing, that's why I don't want, when I have you guys join, I don't have you guys curse. And Sister Girl been cursing all this time, so I might edit out all her curse words once I re-upload it. I might not, depending on how I feel.
Oh shit.
What happened? Everything good?
Yeah.
So, anyways,
I don't find. I mean, you gotta understand. Naveen ate cat shit on fucking national TV. So for her to call me a drug addict, bitch, you're eating fecal, like your feces. You know, you can't really speak on nothing.
So it says that Natalie's requesting a live.
Add Natalie. Let's do it.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Bring her. Oh my
One person has to get out. One person has to leave.
Not me.
That's me,
Bad
right?
girl.
You
I
can
would
only do
not
a 4
leave.
screen, correct?
Yeah.
Bad girl's tea.
Who wants to? Okay, hold on a second.
Hey, babe. Yeah, I'm still in my
Damn.
interview.
There we go. Is Natalie actually adding?
Oh no, she did. Let me send it back to her.
Yeah, I'm gonna call you back in a little bit.
Imagine if Natalie
Oh,
came.
girl, we're about grandma. She has some things to say.
Never mind, she removed it.
Oh. Okay,
See,
well,
that's why I don't
Why
mess
don't you
with
request
Natalie.
her?
Why you requesting it to retract? Like Natalie, to me, she could be more of a bad bee that she claims that she is. If she just steps to people that's running their mouth, like if she hopped on their live, be like, I heard a girl who wraps her hair is talking all that crap, like pulled up on Lyric and really popped her ish and do her big wood. That would have been funny, but whatever. You said it was a fan page? Y'all said it was a fan page, it wasn't her? Oh, wow. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, how is Natalie just watching this live all this time? Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just sent it.
I guess it was a fan page.
And then she's probably going to get into your DMs.
Hello?
Hello?
It's
Hello?
a fan page? I haven't watched this, by the way. So, like, this is my first time watching this. Like, that's why it's like reactions. Like, my first time watching this with y'all.
Okay, so
Natalie. Oh, she was there.
yeah, I don't know.
She was just there.
Look at Lyric. She getting ready to
At
snap.
her back. She clearly wants to chat. Oh, the tea's going to be good.
Yes,
Don't
bring
tear
her
her
in.
apart.
Bring her
And by
in, please.
Her part, I mean, live your best life.
Oh my
Oh
God.
no,
that
no, no,
would've
no!
been
I
so
don't do that. I let people speak their mind and then I respond.
You need to talk about getting on baddies, is what I think.
Yeah.
I think that you need to be on that shit. To be honest, we need some OG representation. If you went on there, though, my question too is like, what is the point of the show?
So you mean to tell me? I'm laughing because it's funny. You mean to tell me somebody made up a fake page of Natalie, put her name as the profile, tried to add themselves to the live? They should have just went all the way. I would have acted like I was Natalie because she didn't have her picture up. I mean, her video up. I'd have been like, "What's up? You talking all that ish, girl? Like, what's up, girl? What's up? Okay, it's mother Natalie, and I still run LA." Like, I would have tried to act like I was Natalie voice wise just to see how Lyric would have responded, and then had her arguing back to me and be like, haha, joke's on you, I'm not Natalie. I am cracking up. Oh my God.
This is
like, there's
The point of the show is to make money.
The bag. Let's get to the bag.
Mm-hmm. The point of the show is to objectify women and to make money.
Oh man.
I added BGC.
It was her profile picture at one point, Carell. That's not her profile picture anymore. I think it was
Natalie,
at one point. I remember that
I'm
picture.
gonna add you in the live, so let me just go ahead and send you the live really quickly. We can go ahead and just talk about everything.
All right, now let's do this, sis.
All right, I just sent it to her.
Natalie's scared.
Let's see what she's gonna do.
Yeah, well, let's see. I mean,
You had taken someone out, or the other person that was here.
Yeah, I took BGC Inc. out because her request was still in there, but when I accepted her,
Let me skip around, guys.
This is shows and everything like that now.
Do you know Megan from Bad Girls?
Megan? Yeah, she's gorgeous.
I like Megan too.
So, you know, now she's kind of, because she had like a little bit of a falling out, allegedly, of course, with
so that was a fake page.
Network doing
It was a fake page.
a show called, like, what is it? Real Side Chicks of Los Angeles.
Megan's a bunny though. That bitch is bad as fuck. Like, you can't fuck with Megan.
She is.
Did you ever see her on Basketball?
I did.
And what do you think? They brought her back?
I just think Megan is a sweetie pie, and I don't know. She can't do no wrong by me. She's a James, so I love her. I think she's a good girl, and she's pretty, and she's getting her money, and you know,
Oh, Natalie really not gonna like her, and she likes Megan. Forget about it. She's not coming anywhere near the Zeus offices.
doing real good in life from what I saw last time. I don't really follow anybody. I'm like really bad with social media because I am constantly in communities and I do a lot of senior citizen work. I do a lot of orphanage work. I do a lot of bringing foods, distribution to the communities, especially around holiday time. So I'm like, I'm not an industry chick. I'm an in the streets chick. You feel me? So what I do is personal. It's face to face. So I'm not on social media all the time. That's where I lack in. Because I like face to face.
Somebody just caught her in a lie.
And play.
You know how earlier Lyric said she doesn't watch reality TV. She only watches international movies. Okay. Someone said, but you don't watch reality. Lyric, please. Okay. Since she likes to watch international movies, Natalie could just vlog her trips to Dubai and send it to her. Oh, Jesus. Okay,
I'm very playful. So that's why I'm not really interactive on social media, unfortunately.
Are you still doing music currently? Like, do you still rap and everything like that?
Well, my daughter was born 5 years ago. I was working in Atlanta for Love and Hip Hop radio station out there. Oh. And I had a really good time working with them and everything. I used to do interviews on the people that used to come off the show in Atlanta, and that was really nice. But then I ended up wanting a family, so I planned my family with my husband, and we started our family, and we started our farm, which is the weed farm, because we got 150 acres in Paonia. And you know it's hard for Black people to get fucking land. So
that's good.
That was like a big deal, okay? Especially in a very, very white area where they don't really like niggas too much. So it's hard. But we made it happen. And we're like the first Black farmers in the location that we're in Colorado. And I travel back and forth. He farms. He does all the vegetables, produce. We bring them back out here to Scottsdale and try to help and rebuild communities and homes and things like that, people that are in need. So I don't advertise that and publicize that as much as I should and I need to.
And I also want you to put your link so we can post your link on there for the supplements, because I definitely want to try some out for myself as well.
Oh no, I'm gonna send you some. Definitely.
That would be.
Yeah, and then when you grab them, I'll send you extra shit too, some samples or something. So you can just pick out what you want. You too.
Advertise for you, because you know what? Once again, like, you are one of those girls that have elevated yourself, like just not remained on the in such a special way.
But I love all of them in my own little way, and I don't know all of them, but they're all like my little sisters, and
it's a fucked up family.
It is. Everybody has a fucked up family.
Go watch the Tyra.
If you had anything to say to any of the girls on your season now, as like a follow-up closeout, what would you say if you could to any of them?
I love you and I miss you and I wish I could hug each and one of you. Even though I don't think we had enough time together. I don't think we cherished our time together, and I really miss just like having like that sister feeling. Even though they didn't really like me like that. I like them. I still saw the good in them.
If you can change anything during your season, would you change anything about your season, or like your actions, or anything that you did during the season?
Yeah, I would have probably like just not let it affect me so much. But it was overwhelming getting on the show.
When you say thank you so much, do you mean like you regret leaving?
I don't regret leaving, no. But I do regret not cherishing the time that I had with those young ladies. Because I think that's what they're forgetting when they get on that show. They're so worried about making a show that they don't realize that you never know when you're going to see this person 10 or 15 years down the line. And you and them may have a similar dream and a similar goal that could help, people that are in need. So there are so many bad girls that I do need to attach to because they have social media presence. They have this, that, and the third. They're not really doing anything with it besides looking pretty or just running their mouth. And if they would apply that to community service, it would make this show just a lot better. you know, there's so much ignorance. There's so much ignorance in the world. When are we going to start attaching ourselves and gravitating to things that uplift us? And
with this generation now, a lot of people lack substance, but I do get what you're saying because that is definitely needed.
It's a spoiled society we live in. America is a spoiled country, you know.
Well, what do you think about the Baddies season 1? You said
I like how they're trying to get all deep and stuff, and then he's like, "So you're trying to get on baddies or not?" It's like, what are you doing? Like, are you calling Natalie? Can you DM Natalie?
you haven't really watched
Didn't
it. But
see it.
they did go to a homeless shelter and donate a bunch of food.
That's great, but donating and actually being in those communities and getting those people's addresses and figure out where they live and finding them places to live and giving them blankets and shoes and clothes and really staying up to date with these people, making sure that they're looking for jobs, they have resumes, things like that. That's when you're really doing it in the community. You know what I mean? Just because you're showing, you're donating, you're giving things away, that don't mean shit. You have to really be like, we have to realize that we're one human body and we're made up of a ton of different cells. You know, and we work together, we operate together. And that's why there's a 6-degree separation with every single person. If there's something that happens to you, it affects me in the weirdest way. Or you, it affects me in the weirdest way. But we all function together.
I'm sorry, y'all, for laughing. Ashley L., you said I would have popped a pan in her ear. Y'all is so funny in these comments. I don't think y'all understand. Y'all is so funny. My entertainers, I don't care what nobody says. And I'm going to be cocky. I got some of the funniest subscribers. I don't care what nobody says. I got some of the funniest subscribers. And that's that. I don't care. Because y'all get my humor. And I get y'all humor. You know what I'm saying? I don't care.
I believe that too.
I do.
If you could create a show of your own, what is an ideal show? Like, what does that look like for you? What kind of show would it be? What would it be about? What would you like? I would love to know because
my show would be Bad Girls Change the World.
Okay.
Because without women like us, there would be no change. But they're not making the correct changes. Correct? The changes that they're making are making other young women look at them and say, "Okay, I'm gonna pop my ass to Anaconda," you know, because I got a fat booty. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just saw this girl on here doing this, so I'm going to act ignorant in school instead of...
And when it comes to the donations on a serious note, I feel like if you donate, that's more than somebody else not giving a crap and throwing food away. If you're donating food to a food bank or doing anything that's remotely charity work, to me, that's you caring about the community. So her saying, like, you're not actually caring and following up with people, a lot of people don't have the liberty to have the time to be able to go in depth with people like that to support their community. So if they're giving away to food banks, giving money to food banks, food to food banks, that shows that at least they care. So I don't agree with that, with what she said.
Educating myself and learning, I'm going to act ignorant and start fighting and lashing out. If you look at statistic-wise, right? Mm-hmm. If you look at how the educational systems have went down, how colleges, things like that have went down since these reality TV shows have came to be with these women, you would be so surprised. Because
that's true.
Can I just say though, if you weren't married, would it not be brilliant if there was a show called Lyric Finds a Note? Right? Come on.
That would be cool.
But that's not fucking dope. VH1
fucking dope.
Lyric Finds a Note.
You know what I would want? I would want to be my matchmaker. There's this Indian lady. She's called she's from Mumbai.
Girl?
Yes!
Yes!
The Indian matchmaker?
The fucking girl! She's real small.
Yes.
Adorable.
She does like all the astrology charts. She finds out if you're astrologically connected with this person and everything. She does it all. She's like a true Hindu. I love her.
What is your sign, by the way?
Pisces, Leo rising.
Okay, I love Pisces.
What's your birthday?
Thank you.
What's your birthday?
What about you?
February 24th, so Pisces.
Oh, wow.
I'm an Aquarius.
I'm on. Yeah.
That's my
Oh,
best friend sign. That's my best friend sign. Yeah, we're like this.
See, I don't know my rising. Okay, I hate when people say that because I'll be feeling so out the loop. I just know my sign. Okay, I'm Virgo. That's it. I don't be no. I'm a Virgo, Scorpio rising, and sunset Pisces. I don't know that. Okay, I'm not a tarot card reader. Like, let me know if I'm a Virgo born on September 13th, right? Because y'all know my birthday was announced and everything. What am I? What am I? Scorpio rising sun up Pisces. Let me know.
I'm like on the
spicy.
They said that I switched over to Aries because there was like a shift. There's like a year or two or something in the astrological calendar. Like a few
I
years.
just know that my ex-boyfriend, he was February 23rd and the day before yours, and we were extremely compatible.
Wow, that's my ex's birthday.
Oh,
We literally just broke up.
oh, it's been hard to get away. Like, I couldn't get away from him for years.
Well,
Okay, Taurus. Yeah.
It's just
I need to find that out, though.
with them niggas. Oh, woo, you gonna have to do a real cleansing and reset.
Listen, I'm part all the cleanses.
That shit ain't easy though. Like, when I lost him, I was like, he was my best friend, and we did everything together. We did all the music and the poetry together.
It's a weird shift, but
So sorry.
They say like before good things come, you experience a loss, so you can welcome in new energy. You just have to be prepared for new things to come into your life. You have to be ready.
But don't think that that's someone else, because years ago I haven't changed. I still love the same. I still cuss you out the same to enforce into the community.
Yeah, I believe so. That's something that's needed. Hello, BGC Inc. is back.
Yeah, Lyric, I got a few more questions before we wrap this up because I know you gotta go.
Yeah, it's okay.
But basically, in regards to like, Genevicia, like these days, I feel like she's probably over like, the BGC spotlight because just like she's like hid herself away in a way. I think due to the toxicity, she got tired of that, and I don't blame her. I would be too.
Genevicia got enough money to not deal with any of that shit though. Like, her money is long.
Apparently, Genevicia found the bag that the baddies were looking for, and we need an update on Miss Genevicia, Raw. Like, because apparently she has the bag. Okay, so we need to find where the bag is because the Genevicia has it. So maybe she needs to come back for Baddies West, and then she could bring along the bag, and then they don't have to keep looking for it. They could go on to another mission, and the mission could be what's on Blueface's phone. Like, we could just go to a new mission now. It'll save Natalie a lot of time, y'all. I don't know what y'all think.
That's what it really is. That's what it really is. See, when you broke, you'll do anything to be on TV. But when you got money, you don't really give a fuck about that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Broke, why would she do Tool Academy?
Because she likes ignorance. That's Jen. That's how she is. Jen comes from long money, though. I'm telling you, Jen knows so many celebrities and people. She don't need the show. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Okay.
Jen is the one who introduced me to Curtis, which is Dr. Dre's son. Like, I would have never known him if it wasn't for her. Yeah. Jen had tattoo artists.
For those tuning in late, we're not talking about Zeus Curtis.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
Jen is very much popular.
You guys ever like talk about doing like a mom meetup where you guys like reunite and podcast or something?
That would be nice.
I know. I feel like you still throw down when you go out, don't you?
I do. I'm just calmer with my daughter, like, because she's my everything.
Yeah, because you're married, you got a kid now. Do you still go out like very often at all, or
not really? I'm kind of just focused on my business, and like I said, most of the time I'm like delivering or making my products. So I'm really focused on getting people off of processed foods and getting them onto an alkaline diet. Like the whole Sebi situation is very important to me. I'm from South America too, so I understand the herbs and like the quality of it. And
Yeah.
I've been in school, so I'm just focused on my education, and hopefully by next year I can get with some type of missionary and I can start traveling to impoverished countries and start really helping the communities that need to be helped. That is my goal. I don't, I know that TV gets you a plateau to where you can um, like progress socially, but social media isn't everything. So I would use it to help more so than just to be famous.
Yeah, I might be wrong, but I'm pretty positive Puerto Rico still part of it doesn't have running water or electricity. I lived there for a while, and I know that the states are kind of like giving them the big fuck you, like help your.
Yeah, it's so sad.
See, I didn't know that. That's sad.
I agree. I would totally love to go and help out with those places as well, and I find that very happy. Like.
I mean, haven't we did enough of like shit for ourselves?
Yeah.
Ants, you can get angel investors, people that really have a brain can do things like that for their business. Got a sweet type of demeanor. She a Scorpio, so I'm
created that for drama to try. He stopped her from being an EP, and now Natalie's just the EP because
and her soul, And
I'm just skipping around, you guys. Towards that,
people that's free, we like to be on our own. And
well, did you not know you knew what you were signing up?
I had no idea what I was signing up for. To be honest with you, I had no idea. I had no idea that they were going to take away my phone. I had no idea that they were going to make me call them like I was fucking 12 years old.
I call BS on that because at that point in time in reality TV, you couldn't have your phone. In real world, like you literally do not have your phone. In real world came way before BGC, so you didn't have your phone on real world, and it's from the same production company. So why would you think you would have your phone? I call BS on that, to be honest. And y'all, she does remind me of Jayla because Jayla's very spiritual and earthy. So imagine those two colliding. It could be a good thing or a really, really bad thing.
With my mama every time I walked out of the house, I had no idea that they would stop me from leaving the house by myself every single time I tried. Because I would just be out. I would grab the keys and go. And camera crew would have to be running behind me.
So when you guys had first
yes, it's live, Christine.
When you got back home, the fight popped up between Darlene and Tanisha. What was going through your mind? Because I know you kind of like.
Thank you for remembering that. That's so crazy. Oh my God. I was like this little, right?
Yes.
And Tanisha was like 5 of me.
What you going through?
I was like, bitch, I'm trying to hold your black ass back. You kicked off the show. To be honest with you, Tanisha's ass would have got kicked off the show that day. I mean, she was going to kill that damn little skinny girl. I was like, no, bitch, not today. So I mean, I never feared Tanisha. I always saw Tanisha's like innocence and her soul, and I really liked her. It was just she just two-faced. That's all. She talking about you behind your back. She always got something to say behind. I never had nothing to say about her behind her back though.
So just to stir the pot, do you see any similarities between Natalie and Tanisha?
They're both ignorant as fuck. They're both loud. They're just they follow that stereotypical, basically. They are the stereotype.
There's also like a huge amount of drama right now because I guess Tanisha was allegedly kicked off of the Baddies project.
Why?
Well, she wanted to show the girls in a different light. She wanted to show more growth and maturity, and Natalie was basically saying that does not sell. So they stopped her from being an EP, and now Natalie's just the EP because they had two different views of what they wanted the show to be.
Why is she gagging?
That is just funny. So these bitches were clicked up.
Yeah.
And
now, okay. Just a quick background too. They had like this big fake online beef.
Yeah, they started fake beef
that they were like getting the shade room allegedly, thing like the Shade Room and On Site and all those blogs.
Wasn't there somebody's purse missing or some shit like that? I remember hearing about somebody's purse getting stolen.
Something along the lines of that. But
okay.
They had all this fake beef, and then all of a sudden Tanisha was on the TV.
The purse that she's referring to probably was about the bag, because you know how they mention the bag so much. I don't think it's an actual purse. I think she's actually talking about an actual bag.
Show as an EP, and they like kind of forced some drama, and now Natalie kicked her off.
It was promo. Sarah had a recording audio of them saying that was promo, that they created that for drama to try to, like, you know, put them back in the spotlight for the TV show.
No, reality show is real. It's real. They improv certain things. They tell you, can you improv this, or can you change this and say it this way or do it this way? But for the most part, that original taping, whatever that format is, in its natural state, that's what they use, and then they improvise.
Right, like Love and Hip Hop. That's what.
Correct. Mm-hmm.
So I know you're very like women empowerment. What would you say to the girls that are like, I don't want to say diminishing themselves or lowering themselves, because I believe your body, your choice, but what would you say to the girls that are doing shows like that Jocelyn's Cabaret?
Don't you come for the cabaret?
Dancer. I danced at Hustler. That was like my top club. I barely had to take off my clothes though, because you know, bitch, I had to talk. So plus I got this space. So you know, space time all day. I'm gonna utilize what I got and get what I want.
Right.
Plus I was smart, so I used to wait till, you know, the stock market was hot. That's when I used to go work. Boom. Bang, 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 get my bread, then I'm out. Barely worked. That was in Manhattan. But there's nothing wrong with the woman using her sexuality, her sexiness, to get what she wants in life. Because guess what? That's the power of being a woman. Do what you got to do. Just don't sell yourself short. And also always put an agenda behind whatever you're doing. I don't criticize no bitch. My strip club bitches, shout out to them. They know who they are. Y'all was my homies. We made so much bread. I rocks with you bitches. And I love females that are in that position, because you can enlighten and you can strengthen them. And that's what I did when I was at work. I used to enlighten and strengthen my sisters and say, yo, you, let's get together. Let's make this bread. You see what I'm saying? So it's women got to learn how to come together and work together. And I get that we're all different flavors and sizes, but once we work together, we're so powerful. And I just feel like these young ladies that are on those shows, they're trying to set that trend. Like, I'm sexy and I'm femininity in my fullest form. And you're going to respect that. But also have a movement behind that where you're educating yourself, or you're going to school and you're about to start a business or a Fortune 500 company that you got. Don't just utilize that social media presence to make money for yourself, not just to be a puppet for TV.
How would you react to somebody like Jocelyn treating you that way if you were to do reality TV?
Who is that?
And I do agree with what she just said, using your sexiness and femininity to get what you need. That's one of the realest things she said on this interview, 100% for sure. Okay, and y'all said she's talking about the fake Fendi bags that Zeus allegedly gave them. That's what she's referring to. But she said missing bags. Did she say missing bags or fake bags?
Like, you know, Jocelyn's Cabaret. So Jocelyn Hernandez.
Oh, Jocelyn. Yeah.
How would if you went on? I mean, you said you've been a dancer, so how would you react if you went on? Just a platform's a platform. If you've seen the way she speaks to those girls.
No, Jocelyn would love me, because I'm just like, I'd be like, look here, bitch. Let me tell you something. Jocelyn would love me, because when I saw Jocelyn, I saw myself. I mean, and plus Jocelyn got a sweet type of demeanor. You know, she a Scorpio, so I'm a Scorpio moon, so I kind of understand. She don't really like too many females.
I don't know if, would you ever do that type of show, do you think?
I don't know. I guess I
feel like it's too negative. It's too negative.
I haven't watched it.
Yeah, it revolves around heights and stuff mostly.
It's basically a bunch of girls auditioning to do a cabaret with Jocelyn.
Yeah.
and then they were there the whole time.
Yeah,
Listen, if she were ever casted, her and Jocelyn would be fighting. A cabaret heel will end up right in Jocelyn's eye because y'all know Jocelyn can't really fight like that. And Lyric, the game she talking Mike Tyson game, y'all. Okay, so it looked like she could knock a sucker out. Sorry, y'all, for the. I'm giving invisible coat courtesy of Harry Potter.
You can watch some clips on YouTube.
I'm about to.
Like Zeus, I'm not gonna lie, I enjoy their TV shows, but I do not enjoy how much it centers around the fighting.
Yeah.
I did appreciate the earlier seasons of Bad Girls Club because there was more than just the fighting. But
yeah, it was more authentic. The girls weren't trying to clout chase back then. Like,
no,
that's
how girls grow together was
right?
what it was. You put them in a house for.
I wonder how you could make.
It's like a fraternity.
Yeah, I wonder how you could make like how Tanisha was trying to
Put these girls together for 4 months. How long were you there for in total?
I was there for 2 months.
Damn.
And the
So
total.
I was there for half of the taping.
Yeah, producers made it seem short. Like they do a lot with editing.
They do
Yeah,
a
it
lot
was
of
like a
editing.
few. Yeah.
I was there for a long
What were you
time.
saying?
A lot to look at.
You were saying you wonder how you can make.
Like Tanisha, like how Tanisha is trying to do something positive now. She needs to connect with somebody else who's just as strong of a force as she is, and that's why I wish she and I would have kind of stayed in contact, because I feel like when I hugged her that day that I left that show, I really felt Tanisha's spirit for who she really was, and I saw everything that God had for her in life, and I was like, this person is going to go really far. And to be quite honest with you, I never expected for us to have that falling out at that reunion, and for me to say those disrespectful words that I said to her. And I really feel bad about that, because I don't never talk about people like that. But it's just, I have diarrhea of the mouth. So when somebody like kind of like looks down on me, you know, it hurts my feelings, and I respond. And I just, that was just so fucking childish, you know.
Well,
It was real quick.
I-
It was like you a cheeseburger away from obese.
And I didn't think about what I said when I said it. See, that's the thing. Like, it just slipped the fuck out of me. That's
Yeah,
how
it
I
was real
am.
quick.
That's how
Yeah.
I am. I find out people's weaknesses and I tarnish their character, and that's just who I am. I'm a villain.
So don't feel too bad because it was funny. Not like.
Listen, when she said cheeseburger away from obese, Star Jones got hungry because y'all know Star Jones just had that guy straight backpack. She said cheeseburger. Do we hear tension between Lyric and Tanisha and a cheeseburger? McDonald's, Wendy's, I don't know, a cheeseburger. She got very hungry. Okay. Oh, and somebody said, what's your favorite season of BGC? My favorite season of BGC is 9. The reason why I think 9 is one of the best seasons, and it's a season that I feel like somebody who's never watched BGC should start on, is because I like season 9's storyline. The storyline to me is perfect. It starts off with like Megan being like the outsider towards the beginning, her not being the outsider, Rima turning sort of being like the outsider. Then we have the form of the cliques. We have Julie, Rima, Fallon, Megan, and then we have Erica, Christina, Ashley. We have the split of the cliques, and then we have Erica leaving the cliques sort of like deform. We have everybody turning against Megan. We see her leave, and then at the end of the season, we see all the girls that left the house get revenge back on the girls that did them wrong and kicked them out. So that's why I think 9 is the best season. And the reunion, we even got more of a nice story arc because we saw Julie get her butt beat because of all the manipulation that she did. That's why I think season 9 is one of the best seasons. A lot of people say 7, but I feel like if somebody were to start on season 7, they would be like, this show's, it's okay. But like 9, it's like every episode was like, it's something.
It was. She turned around and she made a change in her life too because of that.
Yeah.
Because remember, she went on, what was it, Celebrity Chat or whatever.
And it was out the country.
Is I think
Mexico. Like, come on.
You guys should probably pitch a show on like Bravo, or I think like WeTV, and do like a WeTV Bad Girls Club spinoff where it's more of like a housewives type of situation. You guys can still have like the arguments and the fighting, but I mean, a lot of us get you know, you can read somebody without putting your hands on them, or get somebody together without getting physical with them. I feel like that's the last.
Or you can do that. That's all good. We can put our hands on each other. We can do all that because we need that for the TV. But can we show other things? Can we show recipes being made? Two bitches in the kitchen cooking some curry chicken and some rice and peas and cabbage. Can we show women actually that have talent? Can we show them doing
Jot pork, rice and beans and cabbage and I love it.
Music at a poetry event? You know, these things are also entertaining. So
or talking to your kids, charity events, like things like that. It's like a housewife aspect, but it's like you're still a bad girl at heart, so you gonna get into some shit. That's what I like. So I would
reality TV shows need a new dimension. The level that they're on is low frequency.
It's very low frequency,
and what it does. It does not work on your third eye. Your chakras end up being depleted the more and more you watch reality TV, which is why you got to strengthen your kundalini, which is what I was telling you about. You know.
So do you do Reiki, or do you know Reiki?
I do.
I do Reiki.
Oh, you do? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So you align the chakras and all that.
I align the chakras. Like I've been real spiritual since like 2017. I had a friend from Hawaii. He passed away, but before he passed away, he was like really gifted and real spiritual. So he kind of like left his like presence with me. So.
See, I'm not laughing at what he's saying, but look at this. They talk again. This guy at the very top with the blonde streaks is a gag. Look at this, right? They're talking about spirituality and everything. It's serious topics. And look at him at the top right.
Like I've been real spiritual.
Picks up the bottle.
Like
hold on, y'all.
2017. I had a friend from Hawaii. He passed away, but before he passed away, he was like really gifted and real spiritual. So he kind of like left his like presence with me. So I've been like spiritual ever since.
What? You got taught by someone from Hawaii and all their cultural aspects of the Reiki?
Well, he didn't get to teach me all his cultural aspects while he was on this earth. Like I had a lot of questions. When I met him, he had like a really strong presence, and I would ask him a lot of questions, and he would answer things for me slowly, but it was kind of like very cryptic. But when he died, I started digging deeper and searching like into a lot of the things that he said, and that was when I started finding out certain things. But basically what happened was one time I almost had a heart attack. He like put his hand over me and then like saved my life. That was really how it started.
What?
Yeah, it was crazy.
And he passed away?
They said he passed away to suicide, but he literally he literally just like disappeared. It was weird. Yeah, it was weird.
So is he still alive or?
No, they say he passed away to suicide.
That doesn't sound realistic. If he was a Reiki type and he could touch you and heal you like that?
Weird, because all his social media was deleted and I didn't talk to him for a while, and then someone told me.
That's fucking weird.
Yeah, so it was very weird.
And he was a healer on a different level? That's scary.
So of course when something like that happens, you're going to start searching into things and you start looking into things.
You got serious about it, yeah.
Finding their
I'm so sorry. That's a hard loss right there. So you you taking two losses right now. You lost your friend and you're just getting out of the relationship.
Well, yeah,
but was he a Scorpio?
No, he's Aquarius.
Oh.
His birthday was literally like a week.
Listen, I couldn't keep a straight face with somebody that's like lit. I'm sorry, that's so funny to me. Am I the only one cracking up at this? Because it's like they're all getting into like some serious matters, and you just have him at the top right, just like, oh my god, wow. Hold on.
Got their minds.
That's fucking weird.
The water.
My ex-boyfriend was murdered. He was in Aquarius, and they obviously I didn't kill him, but they thought
you are not even right with that statement. Obviously I didn't kill him. We know you're free. You're with us.
So just really weird because similarities to that,
I'm so sorry, you guys. Pain, It only brings you closer to, you know, the people that you need to be closer to and yourself. And it really, yeah.
14 or 15. Yeah, 14. I think.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm 37 years old now. I'm old as shit.
Do it again.
Planet. We should be grateful for one another. We are all, like I said, one human body, different cells. We got to work together for each other. If there's anything that you're particularly interested in, I do have freeze-dried fruits as well, so I can send you some of those also, and you can put those in smoothies or oatmeal or anything, and it's just so good.
Anesthesia.
Yeah, I'll cross our fingers. I'll be in touch with Genevicia. Just remind me to contact her, okay?
Okay.
All right.
All right, so that was the interview. Hopefully they get Genevicia on. Shout out to them. I'm going to be leaving their information in the bio. What I think of this interview overall, I feel like this. Lyric to me, she seems like a good person, but throughout this interview, she sort of says some statements that are kind of hypocritical and kind of contradicts herself, because you can't say, oh, somebody donated, and then you're like, oh, that's not real donation. You got to really be out there, follow up with them. That is still real donation. Like, that's still being a part of the community, donate. Because some people don't donate for nothing. They don't care what it is. If it's not donating to the bills, ain't no donation. You get what I'm saying? And then the whole thing with the reality TV thing, you guys already caught her in that lie about like not watching reality television. But I do think that she is a good person, especially with all the stuff that she does do community-wise and like the whole holistic thing. I need to get some of that CMOS that she's selling, not gonna lie, because I heard that's a good thing too, the CMOS stuff. So shout out to her for getting into the holistic side of things. She seems more of a calmer person than what she was on BGC2, because BGC2, to me, she wasn't it for me. Okay, so she seems like she's calmed down a lot more. It's probably, of course, her having her daughter, and then years going by, she's shown growth. Okay, let me know what you guys think about this interview, guys. You entertainers crack me up in these comments, y'all. Like, for y'all watching the replay, you gotta read those comments as you guys are watching, because like my entertainers, we're the funniest channel on YouTube. Okay, you guys are the funniest subscribers on YouTube. All right, entertainers, leave your comments down below. We are out, babies.
No personal thing.